You've got a very cautious view, a defensive view for 2023. My statement is corporations will adapt. How will the corporations adapt to your caution to husband EBITDA and to husband free cash flow?
You know what? I think they're already adapting. And what we're seeing is that companies are spending on automation to replace, kind of expensive labor with machines. And we're actually seeing the seeds sown for a strong productivity cycle. The problem is it takes a little while for all of that to come to fruition. I think companies are also adapting to geopolitical risk as well as, supply chain friction by reshoring. And then, just a little on the ESG, a little sprinkle of ESG here. One of the biggest reasons that companies are moving plant and property and equipment closer to consumers is to reduce travel-related emissions risk. So there's a lot of reasons that companies are, adapting to this environment by reshoring, spending a little bit of money on, a better setup in the future, but it costs money in the near term, and that's what we're worried about over the next 12 months.
Stuart Kaiser over at Citigroup is in the same camp I'm in, that when you get Savita Subramanian gloom, your choice set gets smaller and smaller. Are index funds going to get hammered in the next 12 months versus active, more narrow, less diversified securities analysis? Because there's just not that many good ideas out there given the Savita gloom.
Look, I'm not gloomy on everything. And I do think that there are parts of the market that are worth really kind of gaining exposure to. I mean, the problem is when everybody is gloomy, the chances are that information is more priced into the market than it has been when everybody is really excited. So I think that it is time to avoid being an indexer and get active. I completely agree. There's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, in our quant work, we're noticing that dispersion of valuations is at almost extreme highs and extreme historical highs. So what that means is there's a lot of alpha to be made by just kind of playing mean reversion of valuation. So that's one reason. The second reason that I think that indexing is going to underperform active for, one of the first years in a very long time is that, the index itself is still very top heavy in long duration, high growth, tech, TMT, kind of the old leadership that did really well when interest rates were falling to zero, the cost of capital was free, and, any company got funding to do whatever it wanted. I think we're moving into an environment that's more rational, and you really need to sift through and pick the winners, kind of figure out the winners from the losers.